Colin, Dark was talking about your ability to pass as an overthought point of your game. Well, what do you think of yourself as a passer at this level, at this speed?
Um, I would say like from really high school to now, been a pretty high IQ player. Obviously try to make the best reads as possible, if that's making the right pass to my teammates. And I always have trust in them to make a shot. Like on the transition where I hit Grady, I always gonna trust him to make the shot. Regardless if it goes in, I'm gonna hit him on the next one as well. So just to have that trust in my teammates and, just try to make the right play every time.
So the one, I think, to RJ for a dunk, he was cutting and diagonally through the lane. That's not a play many rookies would see because of the speed that it works at. Can you walk us through that?
We practice it. So if you practice it, obviously you're going to be able to execute it in a game. But yeah, we just work on it so much. So just trying to apply what we do off the court and then practice with the guys on the court against the other team, I think is very important.
To that point, like most rookies come in and talk about the speed of the game as being the biggest adjustment. Not to say that you're not adjusting to that as well, but it certainly hasn't looked that way. Like, what do you attribute that to? Is it because you play the game at such a fast
We went through
speed?
so much, like preseason.
Yeah.
Like you have summer league, you got training camp, obviously practicing with the guys for I don't know how many months after or before the season starts or anything like that. But you have all of that to get adjusted and try to do that at the highest level. And my teammates obviously going to help me out with that. Coach is going to help me, walk me through everything that I need to, get right and stuff like that. And they still are. Like I'm still looking at my coaches for pointers. I'm still looking for my teammates for pointers on just what to do if I make a mistake on the court. Just try to, learn as much as possible my first year or so. In my second year, I can make a really good jump.
Of your teammates, who's the most vocal in terms of like pulling you aside when something like that happens to point stuff out?
This is a luxury, having all of these guys that have been in all types of positions around the league. GT obviously he's our main vocal guy on the bench. That's his role, to be a voice for everybody on the team. He's been in the league the longest on our team, so he's seen the most. So using his knowledge, his brain, and being able to pick up what he's trying to tell me. But we have the whole roster has something that they could implement into my game. They're all doing a good job of trying to make me the best person possible for the team.
I'm sure you've heard it from coaches and scouts and know it yourself, but your hands are a really big part of your game. It seemed like the first few games it was like you were missing it by like an eighth of an inch. How did it feel this game? It seemed like it was the first one where things actually glued.
Consistency. Keep doing it over and over. Me, Darko, Evo had a good talk yesterday of just being consistent with how I play. I'm not really taking anything off. I know the reason why I'm here, to play defense and to do the little things. So just trying to do that to the best of my ability. Never shy away from who I am and who I was, and try to be the best version of myself. So.
Has he talked to you about the speed paradox? He brought it up.
The speed paradox.
Yeah. Okay, obviously. That's fine. He was talking
Maybe in a different word, but I don't know about that.
Yeah.
You've been thrown into the starting lineup pretty quickly, and I saw you pregame kind of working through multiple different reads to see offensively.
Yeah.
How has it been to have to be a quick learner so far in the season?
I would say I'm pretty adaptable. I've always been adaptable, but trying to be able to play with any lineup, if it's me and Scott on the court, or even in the future if it's me and Yak, just spacing the floor and stuff like that, that's something that we really wanted to emphasize in this game, was spacing, and being able to let the other guys, if they're coming in transition, have freedom to get downhill and just be able to move frequently and fluidly, because in the Cavs game, we just were stagnant, didn't have space. I was clogging a lot, so, try to make it an emphasis on this game to really open it up for everybody else and make everybody else's life easier. But, just being adaptable is really big.
Do you have a preference, squaring up offensively,
No.
Facing up to the basket, or, you got the ball quite a few times in the short roll, made some plays out of that. Which is more comfortable for you?
Whatever coach tells me to do. I gotta work for the team. I gotta do my job. And if that's me making reads out of short roll or me facing up, making reads out of that, then that's what I gotta do. So.